I'm Brian Christner, and this is The Byte, a bite-sized podcast about containers, cloud, and tech. Welcome back to The Byte. In this episode, we're going to talk about Visual Studio Code, the Docker extension. The Docker extension recently, back July 9th, had an update, and the update was unbelievable. Actually, it's totally new version. I mean, it's completely revamped, new icons, also new features, such as the navigation of everything. For example, networks. You can view all your networks now. You can actually right-click on a network, inspect the network. You can remove networks, etc., all through the interface. Same with volumes. You see which volumes you have. Right-click on a volume. You can go inspect, and then it shows you the JSON output for the volume. So it gives you the information on the volume. Additionally, you can connect to the different registries. So it gives you the option to connect to Azure, Docker Hub, your local Docker registry, even GitLab if you choose, which is quite handy. And then once you connect to a registry, you can actually see everything within the registry. For example, I have my cats repo. If I expand that, I see my latest version. I can right click on it and pull image directly from the interface. So I don't have to type anything. Brilliant. Then there's images. Images allows you to see which images are installed locally on your machine, the same machine which Visual Studio Code is installed on. And I have, for example, a Who Am I image. If I right click on the image, I can actually run it right from here. Run it just normally, run it interactive mode. I can inspect it. I can push it back to the registry. I can even tag it. So I can tag it with whatever version or latest or whatever tag I would like to add to it. I mean, this version is just incredible. I mean, I was quite shocked to see all these features just pop out of nowhere. So it's quite nice to see the continued evolution of this product. And, it's something I'm using daily. If you can reference back to the previous show where I talked about Visual Studio Code, I mean, it's one interface that covers everything. I can use a terminal right in the same window. I can navigate my code. Now I can interact with my Docker, containers, networks, volumes, images, everything through the interface. And sometimes it's actually quicker to right click and just run in the interface than actually typing out Docker PS, finding which image and container to run. So your workflow is actually improving with this interface, I find, because you only have one interface and it's making it super easy to do things. And now with these new features, for example, networks and volumes, I mean, I can just expect Swarm to be integrated soon and a couple more things. So you have a one-stop shop for all your Docker needs very, very soon, I'd imagine. So check it out. It's version 0.7.0, released on July 9th. They say the Docker Explorer has been updated. So they modified the icons to respect the Visual Studio Code theme. So it kind of aligns with everything. As far as the registry goes, they added support for GitLab. So if you're using the SaaS version of GitLab, you can actually connect to the GitLab container registry and then view the container registry. Now this gets a bit tricky because this is per project, so it can kind of get a lot of different registries there, I would imagine. But it's quite cool that they made that improvement. They added some language support. They also were able to move some errors around and generally just did some bug fixing as well. But I imagine with the new versions of Docker coming out where we can do remote connecting context, that's going to be integrated very soon. I know a lot of Docker captains are actually playing around with this feature where you can connect to, for example, an Amazon instance running Docker, but you can use the same interface, for example, Visual Studio Code. So I'll cover how to do that in the next episode, but give this Docker 0.7.0 Visual Studio Code plugin a try. I mean, I'm just blown away with it generally before the upgrade, and now with the upgrade, it looks smooth, it works great, and I'm looking forward to what comes in the future. All right, that's all for this episode. Have a great day, and we will see you later. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Byte. You can find the show notes at thebyte.io and follow me on Twitter at I Do My Own Tricks.